Let's talk about Mullen Automotive, the car company that is trying to get its SHIT stuff together right now. So the latest news with Mullen here, obviously they came out and said they're going to get underway trying to figure out about this short selling, what they think is scam, people just really using and abusing their stock. Obviously that's something we've seen and known for quite a while, and Mullen has talked about this for the last few months. This is really nothing new. They're just coming out again and saying it. Mullen has announced that they will have a $25 million stock buyback program. Now, I'll put this up right here so you can read it, but here's what it's saying, that the shares may be repurchased from time to time in the open market or in private negotiation transactions, depending upon the market conditions. So I'll put that right there. But this has gotten people's attention. Obviously, the stock has taken quite a hike here, starting on the 6th. We went almost to a 30-cent mark, and even pre-market, it did play around a little 31-cent mark for just a split second, which we've seen Mullen do that plenty, have really high volume, have really big movement in pre-market, and then when it opens up, it just kind of starts to tumble back down. That's nothing new. We've seen that a million times. So right now, Mullen is trying to get shares eaten up. They're obviously Mullen doesn't want to go into another reverse split. It's not something they want to do. This is pretty much them saying, like, listen, we know things have been foobarred. They've been crap lately. They're obviously not talking about some misinformation and some lies that have been out there about deals and things like that, and just people they've had that have kind of just put a bad name around them. And that's really one of the main issues right now with Mullen Automotive. Mullen is selling vehicles. They have their fleet programs. They're making vehicles. They're a real car company. The problem is they've just got themselves into some situations where investors don't trust them right now, and that's a really bad place to be. So with them doing this is a little bit of good intention, saying like, hey, we know what we need to do. We're starting this. But the question is this going to be enough to save Mullen from going into another reverse split? I don't know. I really don't know at this point. Mullen has until August here to get their stock above $1. They need to get their stock above $1 for 10 consecutive trading days. If not, NASDAQ will make them have a reverse split. They will force them to do so. So that will get people even more in a bad situation. And I know a lot of you have been here before the last reverse split. So the scary situation is right now is why we're not seeing people long-term invest in Mullen. We're not seeing that right now. We're seeing people just day trade Mullen. It's just getting tossed around violently right now. Mullen is not a company that people are wanting to sit in for a long amount of time right now, because they know this deadline is coming around the corner, and they know more than likely the stock is not going to survive by making it organically to $1. It's just more than not going. It's not going to happen. Now, I know a lot of people are looking at last week and they're going, well, what are you talking about, dude? It just went to 30 cents like that. Yeah, we get that. We get that. But Mullen needs good news. Mullen needs deals. Mullen needs money. Mullen needs to prove to big investors. I'm not talking about Joe Smo buying, 1,000 shares or even, 10,000 shares, because it really doesn't cost that much to do that right now. Mullen needs millions and millions and millions of shares bought up right now. There are so many outstanding shares with Mullen. It is a huge problem right now, and that's why we're talking about this buyback program from them. The question is, when is Mullen going to strike while the iron's hot here? I think more than not, friends, that we should prepare ourselves for another reverse split, because like I was saying, Mullen right now, it does not have the trust of long-term investors. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I would not put even $1,000, $100 into Mullen right now, because it's so dangerous right now. And that's not saying I don't believe in Mullen, the company. I like Mullen. I do. This isn't a hit piece on them. I really do like the company. I like what they're trying to do. I like their vehicles. I think they're fantastic. The problem is financially where the company is at and what is more than likely coming down the pipeline. I mean, we're talking weeks here. We are talking about weeks. And honestly, it's barely that, because Mullen has to have their stock above $1 and then remain $1. And here's the skippy with that. When Mullen even hits 50 cents, 70 cents, 90 cents, there is going to be such mass sell-off because people who were buying in just last week at 10 cents and holding on are going to have a huge advantage to make a lot of money. They're not going to just hold on because they want to do right by Mullen. They're going to take their money and run. People that are still under from the last reverse split, if Mullen were to hit $1, they're more than likely going to sell out and take what little bit of reward they can, just to feel better about the situation. So the odds of Mullen capturing $1 right now and staying $1, it is like so unrealistic. And I think that's like, my fear is with this, I see people talking about Mullen and I go like, okay, well, obviously people just want to hear the butterfly stuff right now. They just want to hear the things that make them feel happy and warm. And I can easily make a video right now and say, Mullen is the best thing ever. You need to put all your money into it. It's going to $1. It's going to $5. It's going to beat out Tesla within 5 to 10 years. Those videos are out there and they're getting a lot of views. But the skippy of the situation is that Mullen more than likely will face another reverse split. That is what is more than likely coming down the pipeline. I hope I'm terribly wrong. I hope it does move to $1 and it goes more than $1. That would be fantastic. That would make groundbreaking news. But it's going to take a large investor to really step in here and change that situation. So friends, the skippy of the situation is Mullen needs long-term investors. I am a long-term investor. I am not one of these buy-in, buy-out, day trade guys. That's great. If you like doing that, man, more power to you. That's fantastic. I am a long-term investor. When I look at a company, I am looking to sit in that stock for 5 to 10 years. And then if I do sell, it's only going to be a portion of that stock to make money off of it and put it somewhere else to build it. Right now, Mullen is not the company that I want to put money in right now. It's a company that I'm watching. I'm trying to see how it pans out. And I think, and I hate to bring it up again, but when there is another reverse split here, it will be a massive reverse split. Greener grass on their side. It's just gonna take longer to get up the hill at this moment. Friends, I wish you all the luck in the world and I will talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.